What's up, everyone? Scott Sutherland here. It's Tuba Tuesday. Let's talk about a hack for targeted and efficient practice. Efficient practice is key to improvement as musicians. We all know this. But too often, we will use our practice time playing material we are already good at, ignoring the music that gives us the most trouble. When I find myself or my students lacking focus in the practice room, I like to use a practice hack known as Identify Section, Isolate, and Simplify, or as I call it, ISIS, which I should probably think of a new name. By breaking down complex sections into manageable parts, we can enhance our understanding, technique, and overall musicality. Now, I have to admit that these ideas are not original to me. This largely comes from the teachings of two of my former Presidio Brass colleagues, Dr. T.J. Tesh, trumpet professor at the University of Southern Mississippi, and Sean Roish, freelance trombonist and teacher in the San Diego area. The first step in this practice hack is to identify the specific section or passage that presents challenges. It could be a complex rhythm, difficult fingerings, large intervallic leaps, or any other aspect that requires special attention. By pinpointing the problem, we can focus our attention towards developing strategies for improvement. Once you have identified the challenging section, isolate it from the rest of the piece. The smaller the passage of music, the better. Practice it separately, away from the context of the surrounding music. This allows you to focus entirely on the problem area and dedicate concentrated practice time to overcome its challenges without wasting time playing material you can already perform well. Now that you have identified a passage and isolated it from the rest of the piece, you need to simplify. Complex sections can often feel overwhelming. You can simplify the passage by breaking it down into even smaller, more manageable parts. Identify patterns, repetitions, or smaller phrases within the section and practice them individually. Play a rhythm on one note. Get rid of the tongue and slur it all. Play high notes down the octave, play low notes up the octave, or skeletonize the phrase. By simplifying the passage, you gradually build confidence and familiarity, making it easier to integrate the parts and tackle the entire section as a whole. Once you've mastered the isolated and simplified parts, gradually reintegrate them into the context of the full piece. Start a measure before the isolated passage and play through a measure beyond it. Add more and more until the difficult section is seamlessly performed in the context of the larger work. So, the next time you encounter a difficult section in your repertoire, remember ISIS or IICE. Identify, isolate, and simplify. With this practice hack as your guide, you can confidently navigate through challenges and see rapid growth in your playing. Follow me for more tips. Check out ScottSutherlandMusic.com, and I'll see you next week.